Hi, good afternoon. Katrina from An Addict Speaks. I hope everybody's doing good. Well, my grammar's all bad. I wanted to share a couple of things with you guys. And it is on recovery and the whole process of what happens after you come through addiction or bad choices to the other side of that, right? And I know a lot of recovery advocates are doing a great thing, wonderful things, by sending a positive message to you that there are wonderful things waiting for you on the other side, and I'm definitely in agreement with that. But I want to share something with you that I think is extremely important, and that is sending you a reality check, okay? So I wish I could go back in time and show you where I used to be, then where I was during my addiction, and then where I am now and where I'll be in the future. But I can't go back and I can't go forward. So I can show you where I am now. And having come through all of that, going from here to close to hell, losing almost everything, I personally didn't have a fairy godmother that went in and fixed anything for me. I had some dear friends and family that were, thank God, there to support me. But the wreckage I left behind was so devastating that there was no instant, cleanup between criminal element, health, no dentist, no doctor, and God knows when, putting on weight, hormonal whatever, no taxes, no work, you name it, the list goes on forever. And you feel like relapsing just getting on the phone with any one of those agencies at any time trying to fix stuff. But I didn't do it. But it is not an overnight process, and it is kind of like childbirth, I'm one of those people that want to tell you, I'll be like the doctor or nurse telling you, you know what, it's going to hurt. And the delivery is going to hurt a lot. But when they come out, it's going to be so worth it. That's going to be me. Because the truth is, it isn't easy. And I think that's why so many people do relapse, because they didn't have the coping strategies to begin with. They weren't taught them. And then when life gets hard, at least that's something you can rely on. That's something that's something that's consistent. And I just want to tell you that it is worth it. It is worth the gain. It's worth to be in the moment. Because there's moments that I'm never going to get back now. Probably the most precious moments of my life, I'll never get back. And I'll never have anything like that again. So, this is where my daughter sits here. And that's a perfect example. So when people look at me, it's pretty hilarious. I don't even let it bother me anymore. Initially I did, but now I don't. And I'm like, why should I listen to her? Look where she lives. What's wrong with it? I mean, so what if I have trucks, waking us up and making noise all hours of the day and night, gravel right outside my road, and no dishwasher, no hot water half the time. It is what it is, but it's affordable. And that's part of the problem, or part of the spiral that I was in, is that when things started compounding, I had a house that I didn't want to let go of, because I thought, I don't know if it was vanity or ego or whatever, but I didn't want to let go. And I couldn't afford it. And so it compounded the problem, and to the point that I ended up having nothing. And in these years that I have been clean, okay, there have been times where I barely had enough to eat. There have been many times, where I've been vehicleless, no vehicle, evicted early on, all of that. But I keep going, and I'm gonna get there, and so will you. It's not, I got clean, I'm gonna become, a rich, CEO or entrepreneur, or start my business or whatever. Yes, you can do those things, but you gotta get to do this tough stuff first, and I wanna be the one that tells you that, if no one else is doing it. So one last thing, and I'll let you go. It's on the idea that, I use that a lot, don't I? Oh, and by the way, that's why I don't do my nails very often, because I have to wash my own dishes in a crappy, don't get me started there, but anyway. As talk about all of this, young people are dying. Yes, they are dying. Young people are dying. The highest rate, it's the #1 cause of accidental death for youth addiction. However, at what point does addiction stop being a young people's disease and just stop being a disease altogether? Is it age 25, 35, or is it just apply to your child? The truth is that it is a disease, period, okay? And if they don't pass away, and if it's not treated, it is passed on generation to generation, and that's the sad truth. And yes, I might be too old to be doing this in some of your eyes, but I am, people like me, I wish more women, more men, you know, in our age bracket would come out and speak the truth. More people from, you know, the corporate world, the white collar, whatever, would come out and speak the truth and be unafraid, because that is why stigma prevails. And the root problem is not being solved. So anyway, thank you guys for letting me take up your time, and have a wonderful weekend. Take care.